Welcome back to the channel collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're exploring some of the most valuable Queen Elizabeth II Australian coins that could be sitting right in your change jar or wallet. We'll look at the 2005 and 2008 20-cent coins, and the 2004 50-cent coin, all without mint marks. Coins that may look ordinary but are actually hidden treasures in the eyes of collectors. Some rare pieces, especially those in uncirculated or error condition, have been sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Let's get started. First up, the Australian 20-cent coin has been part of the nation's currency since 1966, introduced during the decimalisation of the Australian monetary system. It replaced the old shilling, carrying forward its value equivalence while introducing a new modern design. The 2005 issue continues this rich tradition, being produced without a mint mark at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra. The year 2005 saw standard minting for general circulation, but the coin's high-quality production and iconic design make it a popular collectible among enthusiasts of modern Australian coinage, especially those preserving full-year sets. On the obverse, you'll find the fourth official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by renowned sculptor Ian Rankbroadley. Introduced in 1999, this version shows a more mature and lifelike image of the Queen, symbolizing her long reign and continued presence in the Commonwealth. The inscription around the rim reads, Elizabeth II Australia 2005. Rankbroadley's design is known for its bold realism and fine attention to detail, particularly in the Queen's hair, crown, and facial expression. The absence of a mint mark confirms that the coin was struck at the Royal Australian Mint, the main producer of Australia's circulating coins. The reverse side of the coin displays the iconic platypus, swimming gracefully beneath the rippling water surface. This timeless design was created by the legendary Australian engraver Stuart Devlin, who designed the country's entire decimal coin set in 1966. The platypus, a unique Australian mammal, represents the country's biodiversity and natural wonder. This design has remained unchanged for decades, which is a testament to its perfection. In uncirculated condition, the delicate waterlines and fur texture of the platypus stand out beautifully under proper light, showcasing the exceptional craftsmanship of the Royal Australian Mint. The 2005 Queen Elizabeth II 20-cent coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it that signature silver-gray shine and durability. It weighs 11.3 grams, measures 28.52 millimeters in diameter, and has a reeded edge. The Royal Australian Mint produced approximately 50 million coins for circulation that year, a healthy mintage but still collectible in pristine form. All standard 2005 coins were minted without a mint mark, and special collector sets were released in proof and uncirculated finishes. Though it's a common year, coins that remain untouched and flawless are increasingly sought after in today's collector market. An uncirculated 2005 20-cent coin is one that has never entered general use, retaining its original mint luster and crisp strike. Under magnification, you'll notice the fine texture on the Queen's crown and the clarity of the platypus's whiskers, both strong indicators of uncirculated status. The fields, the flat background areas, should appear clean, reflective, and free from wear. These coins are often graded from MS60 to MS65 or higher, depending on their condition. The lack of scratches, toning, or contact marks significantly enhances their collectible and resale value among numismatists. As of 2025, the 2005 Queen Elizabeth II 20-cent coin without mint mark in uncirculated condition is typically valued between $3 and $6 AUD. Coins preserved in mint sets or proof versions can reach $8 to $12 Australian dollars, depending on their visual appeal and quality. However, coins with special characteristics, such as die cracks, off-center strikes or lamination errors, can be worth $50 to $100 Australian dollars or more, depending on rarity and demand. While circulated coins are common and worth face value, uncirculated examples hold long-term investment potential due to their pristine condition and historical importance. The 2005 20-cent coin is not particularly rare, but its importance lies in its representation of the early 21st century of Australian minting. It's part of the final decades under Queen Elizabeth II's reign, making it historically significant as we transition into the King Charles III era. Collectors are increasingly focusing on coins from the late Queen's reign as timeless mementos of her 70-year rule. Owning a 2005 uncirculated example means preserving a piece of modern Australian coinage, one that reflects both artistic heritage and the technological precision of the Royal Australian Mint. To maintain your 2005 20-cent coin's uncirculated condition, handle it only by its edges using soft cotton gloves. Avoid cleaning or polishing your coin, as this can permanently damage its surface and reduce its value. Instead, store it in airtight capsules or coin holders made of acid-free materials to prevent oxidation. If you have a full collection, consider using labeled coin albums or display cases to keep your coins organized and safe. Keep your coins in a cool, dry place, away from direct sunlight or humidity. This will help them retain their natural luster for generations to come. And that wraps up our detailed look at the 2005 Queen Elizabeth II 20-cent coin without mint mark from Australia. A coin that may seem common but shines with elegance, history, and artistry, especially in uncirculated condition. From the majestic portrait of the Queen to the graceful platypus design, this coin represents the beauty of Australian craftsmanship and royal heritage. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon so you never miss our latest coin value updates, because your next coin could be worth big money next up. The 20-cent coin was first introduced in Australia in 1966, when the nation transitioned from the old pounds, shillings, pence system to decimal currency. The design has remained largely unchanged over the years, which is part of what gives it its timeless appeal. By 2008, the 20-cent coin had already become a symbol of everyday Australian life, yet each year's minting tells its own story. The 2008 issue came from the Royal Australian Mint, continuing the long legacy of coins bearing the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, who appeared on every Australian coin from 1953 until her passing in 2022. On the obverse side of the 2008 20-cent coin, you'll find the distinguished portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank-Broadley. This fourth portrait of the Queen was introduced in 1999 and is known for its realism and mature depiction, capturing Her Majesty with elegance and dignity. The inscription reads, Elizabeth II Australia 2008. Since this coin does not bear a mint mark, it was produced at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, which issues the majority of Australia's circulation coins. The reverse side of the coin features the iconic platypus, designed by master engraver Stuart Devlin, who was also known as the designer of coins to the world. The platypus, unique to Australia, swims gracefully across the surface of the water, symbolizing the nation's wildlife and environment. This design has been in use since 1966 and remains one of the most beloved and recognizable designs in Australian numismatics. Even though it's common, its detail and artistry make it a collector favorite, especially in uncirculated condition, where every wave and whisker stands out beautifully. The 2008 20-cent coin was struck at the Royal Australian Mint, with a mintage of approximately 50 million coins, marking it as a standard circulation year. The coin is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silver-gray shine. It weighs 11.3 grams and measures 28.52 millimeters in diameter, with a reeded edge. The absence of a mint mark means it is a standard issue, not a commemorative or special edition. However, coins with high-quality strikes, clean surfaces, or unusual die varieties may have added collector value. An uncirculated 2008 20-cent coin means it has never been used in general circulation. It shows no wear from handling or exchange, maintaining its original mint luster and sharp design details. Under close inspection, you'll notice crisp lettering, fully visible textures on the Queen's portrait, and a clear, detailed platypus on the reverse. Collectors prize uncirculated coins because they represent the mint's work in its purest form, untouched, clean, and reflective of perfect craftsmanship. This grade can significantly increase a coin's collectible worth compared to circulated examples. As of 2025, the 2008 Queen Elizabeth II 20-cent coin without mint mark in uncirculated condition is typically valued between $2 and $5 Australian dollars, depending on strike quality and presentation. Coins that are still sealed in mint-issued rolls or sets can reach $10 Australian dollars or higher. Those showing rare minting errors, such as off-center strikes, die cracks or planchet flaws, can be worth $50 to $100 Australian dollars or more to collectors specializing in error coins. While not a rare year, pristine uncirculated examples are always in demand for complete modern decimal sets. The 2008 20-cent coin sits within an interesting chapter of Australian currency history. It represents an era of advanced minting technology and design continuity under Queen Elizabeth II. For collectors, coins from the early 2000s mark a period of high-quality production and consistent national symbolism. As newer monarch portraits emerge, older Elizabeth II coins are gradually becoming historic keepsakes, particularly those in uncirculated condition. These coins bridge Australia's past with its modern identity, combining artistry, heritage, and value in a small metallic form. To preserve the value of your 2008 20-cent coin, avoid direct handling. Always hold coins by the edges to prevent fingerprints and oil damage. Store them in acid-free holders, airtight capsules, or coin flips to protect them from humidity and oxidation. Never polish or clean your coin. Even a light cleaning can scratch the surface and reduce its collectible value. If you're building a collection, use labeled albums or protective display cases to keep your coins safe, organized, and visually appealing for years to come. So there you have it, the complete story of the 2008 Queen Elizabeth II 20-cent coin from Australia. A coin that beautifully represents national identity, quality minting, and royal legacy. Even though it's not the rarest coin, its uncirculated condition, striking design, and symbolic meaning make it a true collector's piece. If you enjoyed learning about this fascinating coin, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth numismatic videos. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a new upload, because your next coin might just be worth more than you think. Next up. The Australian 50-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, but that version was made of 80% silver. Due to rising silver prices, it was replaced in 1969 with a copper-nickel composition, the same alloy still used today. The 2004 issue is part of the long-running series featuring Queen Elizabeth II, reflecting both Australia's monarchy and its evolving minting technology. In 2004, the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra produced these coins without a mint mark, as is standard for general circulation. The 50-cent coin remains a cornerstone of Australian coinage, instantly recognizable by its 12-sided shape and iconic designs. On the obverse side, the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II was designed by Ian Rank-Broadley, who first introduced this version in 1999. His portrayal of the Queen is one of the most realistic ever used, capturing Her Majesty's mature dignity and regal poise. Around the edge, the inscriptions read Elizabeth II Australia 2004, emphasizing both her role as monarch and the coin's Australian identity. This portrait replaced Raphael Maklauf's earlier design and would remain in use until the Queen's passing in 2022, marking an important era in Australian numismatic history. The reverse side of the 2004 50-cent coin proudly displays the Australian coat of arms, designed by Stuart Devlin, one of the most respected coin designers in the world. The design features the kangaroo and emu, symbols representing progress and national pride. Neither animal can walk backward, reflecting a nation always moving forward. At the center is a shield divided into 6 sections, each showing a state emblem of Australia. Above it rests the Commonwealth Star, representing the unity of all states and territories. This design perfectly blends tradition, symbolism, and artistry. The 2004 50-cent coin was struck at the Royal Australian Mint with no mint mark, as is standard for most circulation coins. It is made from 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a durable silver-colored finish. The coin weighs 15.55 grams, measures 31.51 millimeters across, and features a dodecagonal, 12-sided shape. Approximately 50 million coins were minted that year, making it a fairly common circulation coin, but examples in fine condition or better remain desirable for collectors who seek complete year sets or pristine examples of Queen Elizabeth II issues. A fine condition coin means it has seen moderate circulation but still retains clear and legible design details. On this coin, Queen Elizabeth's facial features, lettering and crown remain visible though lightly worn. On the reverse, the kangaroo, emu and shield are distinct but show some smoothing on high points. For a 2004 50-cent coin, fine condition is typical of those found in circulation. While it's not as valuable as an uncirculated example, it still carries collectible interest for its historical period and design quality, especially when part of a date-run collection. As of 2025, the 2004 Queen Elizabeth II 50-cent coin in fine condition typically holds a market value of 75 cents to $1.50 AUD, depending on eye appeal and clarity of design. In very fine to uncirculated condition, the coin can fetch anywhere from $2 to $5 Australian dollars, while pristine mint roll examples can be worth up to $10 Australian dollars or more. Rare mint errors, such as off-center strikes, die cracks or planchet flaws, can dramatically increase the coin's worth, sometimes reaching $50 to $100 Australian dollars among error coin enthusiasts and collectors worldwide. Even though the 2004 50-cent coin isn't classified as rare, it remains a valuable part of Australia's numismatic story. For collectors, it represents the early 21st century, an era of stability in coin design but also refinement in minting technology. It also holds sentimental value as part of the Queen Elizabeth II era, which spanned over 7 decades. With the transition to coins featuring King Charles III, all past Elizabeth II coins are gaining renewed collector attention. The 2004 issue, with its timeless design and solid quality, stands as a classic piece of the decimal series. To maintain the condition and potential value of your 2004 50-cent coin, handle it carefully by its edges to avoid fingerprints and surface oils. Store it in acid-free coin flips or airtight capsules to protect it from moisture and dust. Avoid polishing or cleaning your coin, as this can damage its surface and reduce its collector value significantly. If you have multiple coins, label them by year and condition in a numismatic album, keeping them away from sunlight or humidity to ensure long-term preservation. And there you have it, the complete history and collector's breakdown of the 2004 Queen Elizabeth II 50-cent coin without mint mark from Australia. A coin that may seem ordinary, yet carries deep national symbolism, craftsmanship, and connection to one of the longest reigning monarchs in history. Whether you found it in your pocket change or preserved it in your collection, it's a small piece of Australia's royal and numismatic legacy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more detailed coin history videos. Tap the bell icon to stay updated on every new upload, because your next coin discovery could be worth big money. Thanks for watching.